And we back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Frisco Railriders Dynasty. We are fresh off of a 1-0 start as we were able to take down SMU in the first ever battle for Dallas Bowl here in the series. 26-21 was your final score as Bryce Kane made this fantastic catch in the last minute of the game to give us a 5-point lead, and that was what we needed to close this one out. The celebration can't last forever though, as we got to take on Texas State in this one, and last year they welcomed us to the Sun Belt Conference as they beat us down 42-17. But this year Texas State is a little bit different. They're only rated a 57 overall. And I mean, they've got some guys with some great speed on this team, but there's just not a lot of talent on this roster. With that being said, let's get down to business here in Frisco. Baxter back deep to return this kick as he'll catch it and go up the middle with it and gets out to about the 25-yard line. And that is where we will see this Frisco offense. Highlight reel indeed. Bryce Kane, 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. We'll see if he can repeat that in this one. The key to the game a week ago was to get the ball out quickly. We'll see if we can repeat that in this one, as here's a handoff to Strickland. He's got nowhere to go. Aiden Jones with a tackle for loss. Second down and 11 after the failed first down run. Montag back to pass, looking deep up the right side. It's picked off. He was trying to hit Jewel Vaughn, and that's going back the other way up to the 19. Call it the 20-yard line. I don't know what John Montag thought he saw on this one. Maybe it's good bait by the defender, maybe it's just a freshman quarterback making a mistake, but this ball had no chance. Suddenly the defense is on the field at the 20-yard line. They were pretty good a week ago, only allowing 21 points to SMU, but this first play of the game to Barnes picks up 14. We have quarterback Colt Sparks wearing number 42. This team is weird. Second and goal play goes nowhere. Texas State, though, they hustle right back up to the line. Second and goal from the 6 as Sparks back to pass once again. Sparks under pressure, and he throws this one at the feet. Third and goal. Can the defense get one more stop here? Barnes back to pass. He's got all day, and he throws it out the back of the end zone. That'll make it 4th down, and we'll see if Texas State can put up 3 points here. This kick is up, and it's right down the middle. Looking for something different on this drive here. Montag starts this one with a handoff to Clark, and that's 2 runs and 2 losses of a yard for the offense. Second down and 11, just looking for something positive here. Here's a quick pass outside. That's caught by, LaFleur runs over 2 defenders and picks up 6. I don't think we saw everything that John David LaFleur could do a week ago, as he didn't really get a ton of catches here. Here's Bryce Kane with a grab. He's going to pick up the first down and more. That's 17 yards. Bryce Kane a week ago ended with 10 catches, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As here's LaFleur with another grab. He breaks a couple tackles. That's what happens when you're 6'7". I don't think many defenders are anticipating having to tackle somebody who's 6'7" every day, as Davenport makes his first catch of the game and he picks up 7 more. Montag is 4 for 4 since he's thrown that interception. Here's another handoff for Duke now as he tries to find space and he picks up 1. 3 carries for our running back so far, and -1 yards to show for it. Here's a quick screen outside for Strickland, and he doesn't get a block from anyone. It was a 3-on-1 on the outside. Coach Nicky Price, though, says we're keeping the offense out on the field. 4th down and 3. Montag back to pass again. Going underneath. He's got LaFleur, who drops the ball. I thought LaFleur had it there. I mean, when you're that big, I'm assuming you got to be strong. You'd think you would hold on to that one there. Instead, Texas State takes over from the 18. Handoff goes to Barnes. He's looking for space up the middle. He's got some. Picks up 7 on that one. And in typical Bobcat fashion, they're hustling back up to the line once again. Second down and 3. Sparks. Fake handoff to Barnes now. Here's a quick pass to the outside. That is caught for a first down and more. It's a gain of 11, as that was Isaiah McMorris. 1st and 10 from the 36. Sparks back to pass again. Going underneath. That ball's caught. Gain of 5 more. We're going to have to generate some pressure here. We can't just let Sparks sit back there and pick apart this defense. We already know the weakest part of this defense is the secondary and how slow it is, as here's another first down Texas State. We got to make this team work. We got to get in the backfield and force an errant throw. 1st and 10. Sparks fake, thrown to the outside quickly. It's caught by Stanley. It's a gain of just 1. Here's another fake for Sparks, and this time it's caught underneath, and there's nowhere to go. It's a gain of just 2 for McMorris. What's he going to do? Back to pass another time. He's under pressure, and Bradley is shaken off, but it doesn't matter. Frisco gets the sack anyways, as there was a mix of Kenya Longo and Deshaun Yates in the backfield. And they're actually going to give some credit to Dallas Bradley here. I'm not sure why. I mean, he's not even in the final play because he got thrown to the ground. I just want to see some more positive things happen for this offense. Jewel Vaughn in motion on this play. As on 1st down, it is a quick throw out to Vaughn, and Vaughn going to make the catch. He's got blockers in front of him. Jewel Vaughn, that's a gain of 14. 1st and 10 again. Fake handoff goes to Duke. As this pass is going to go to the right side, it's overthrown for Corey Marsh. Montag was under pressure. 2nd down and 10. Here's a handoff for Duke as he cuts upfield real quick and is able to pick up 5. That's his best run of the day so far. Need a 1st down here if you're Frisco. Need to keep this drive going. This pass is caught underneath by Spencer Strickland. There's a 1st down. Way to get the ball out quickly. Gotta make sure if we talk about a game plan that we employ said game plan, as Montag nowhere to go on 1st down. LaFleur actually messed up that play by blocking the defensive end. 2nd down and 12. Montag back to pass again. Going underneath, he's got Corey Marsh with a catch, and he picks up 7 for his first catch of the day. And after starting 0 for 1 with an interception, Montag is 7 for 9 with 72 yards. As this time, though, Montag under pressure just has to run away from it. Throws it away. Frisco will punt. A beauty of a punt has Texas State starting at the 6-yard line. Sparks, big number 42, still think it's weird that that's his number. Hands off to his back for a gain of 3. Sparks back to pass as he's trying to rear up and throw deep. He gets hit as he throws, though. Christian Romero on the pressure. 3rd and 7. As they fake the handoff here, pass goes outside for the tight end. It's caught, and they'll say he doesn't have enough for the 1st down. It is 4th and inches, as they will send out the punt team. Will they get the punt off before the end of the 1st quarter? They will, as this one doesn't go very far, and it's actually caught by not the return man. End of the 1st quarter. It's 3-0 Bobcats, but I feel like we're playing better than them so far. The only 3 points they've gotten is when they had good field position. What does Frisco need to do? Well, we already determined it. They need to get the ball out quickly, and they do there, but it's off the mark for LaFleur. Not sure he was open anyways. There's been a mix of good and bad so far for the offense here. Hopefully a little bit more good can go their way. Here's a pass over the middle. That's caught by Brian Gill, and Gill picks up 27 yards as Frisco is in the red zone. That is exactly what the Railriders needed, as Strickland is in motion, and he's going to catch this pass on the outside. And Sean Strickland, that's a UFC fighter. Spencer Strickland hurdles a defender out of bounds. 2nd and 3 now. Montag back to pass again. Underneath, he's going to LaFleur, and LaFleur picks up 6 more. 1st down, Railriders. And what will they dial up on 1st and goal? Corey Marsh coming in motion now. He's in the backfield, going back to the outside. Marsh going to make the catch on the outside, and he's got nowhere to go. He actually loses 3. It's Montag back to pass again. Looking in the end zone, and he overthrows his man. There was no chance for him to catch that one. Can the offense find the end zone? Montag back to pass again, looking for the end zone. He's got Bryce Kane back there. That's his 3rd touchdown of the year, and we're only in the 6th quarter of the year. And this was just a beautiful throw and catch. It's a cover 2. Montag has to get it over the linebacker's head and hit Kane, and he does. This Texas State offense needs to get something going. Like I said, the only 3 points they've gotten is when they were gifted good field position. And now that I think about it, I feel like this team is missing someone. 2nd down and 6. This is caught underneath. Just kidding. It's broken up by the defense. Let's take a quick look at this Texas State offense. They got Lance Barnes and Tyron Browning out running back, but I'm really concerned with the wide receivers. Bo Sparks is here. Jelani Watkins is number 82. We haven't seen a ton of him yet. He's got 98 speed, and that is terrifying when your defense does not have a lot of speed. Hopefully the speed of Watkins doesn't hurt us at any point in this game. It is 3rd down and 6. Sparks back to pass. He's got Sparks, also named Sparks, over the middle. That's Colt Sparks to Bo Sparks. That's a fun combination there. As we got the back in motion here, Sparks back to pass again. This time it's knocked away. Good coverage on the outside by Dakota Lyons. Lyons had himself a good first week as well, as he had 2 interceptions in our season opener. As here's a fake handoff and a pass to the outside that's caught by Stamey. He loses 2. 3rd and 12. Once again, can the defense get off the field as a screen is set up this time, and the back Lance Barnes just wasn't ready for it. It definitely doesn't help that Texas State's punter doesn't have that big of a leg. I mean, this one's only going to make it. It doesn't even make it to Ray Tapia. He has to come up and get it himself. 1st and 10, 7.5 minutes remaining in this first half. That is pressure on Montag. He couldn't even get the throw off. Noted, play action is not going to work in this one. Is this intercepted? I don't know what I was doing there. I'm not even going to commentate that play. That's just on me. And I threw it to the same guy. We knew not everything would be perfect, though, as we welcomed another freshman to the starting job here in Frisco. It's a handoff to the back Browning. He's got room and picks up 15 up to the 17-yard line. Texas State is in the red zone. Can we get saved by the defense once again? Sparks back to pass. He's under pressure. Nearly taken down. He's able to throw it away. Colt Sparks, he's big, man. He's hard to take down. 2nd down and 10. Dallas Bradley's been getting a ton of pressure early on in this one. Is this a handoff to Barnes? Barnes has the edge. He's got the end zone. 17-yard run for Lance Barnes. And just like that, Texas State is back on top. I know rivalry matches are never meant to be easy, but this has felt like a game you should be up by 2 scores already. As here's a handoff to Duke, and I don't even know what he did in the backfield. Danced for a couple steps there and picks up 8. Duke Clark with a gain of 8 yards there. Spencer Strickland comes into the game, and Strickland has nowhere to go. Gets back up to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's Montag on 3rd down. Will hand off to Clark once again, and he's got nowhere to run. The Bobcats back on the field once again. It's a fake to Barnes this time as Sparks keeps it himself. He takes a huge hit but picks up 8 yards. Normally I'd say you don't want your quarterback taking that hit, but when you have someone as big as Colt Sparks back there, and when they wear number 42, I don't think it matters how big of a hit they take. 2nd and 2, Sparks. Back to pass again, loading up and going deep downfield, and he's lucky that wasn't intercepted as there was more pressure from the Frisco defense. 3rd and 2, Sparks fakes the handoff, goes deep over the middle, somehow he completes it. Gets it over the head of Dakota Lyons as the Bobcats rush back up to the line of scrimmage again. From midfield now, Sparks hands off to Barnes, who tries to find some room, picks up 2. 2nd and 8 from the 47. It's a handoff to Barnes once again. Picks up 6 more. It makes it 3rd and 2. Feels like we just saw 3rd and 2 a couple plays ago. Oh, that's because we did. From the 41 now, Sparks hands off to Barnes, and Barnes has a ton of room on the outside. Barnes breaks a tackle. He's up to the 24 as the Bobcats enter the red zone. Not a ton of resistance from your Railriders here as this pass. I was about to say pass. Okay, that's the joy of live commentary while you play. You say dumb things like that. 2nd and goal from the 6. Trips to the right of your screen. Sparks back to pass again. Throw it over the middle. Touchdown, Texas State. That was just too easy. Absolutely need to play better if you're the Railriders here. This is not anything like we saw a week ago against SMU, as here's a handoff for Duke Clark. He picks up 7. It feels like the game plan, while it should be the same, has not been executed the same. As we said, we're going to get some quick passes out here. Here's a quick one for Bryce Kane. 1st down for Frisco. And that's really all this team needs to do. It doesn't have to be anything special offensively. Just get the ball into the hands of your best players and let them be your best players. There's 3 more for Strickland. Minute and 40 seconds left here in the first half. Montag back to pass again. It's caught by Strickland as he's got a screen set up for him, and he'll pick up 6 more. 3rd down and 1. What does Montag have in him? He's going to go underneath for Kane, and it's overthrown, but right to Jewel Vaughn. And maybe this is where Montag meant to go with it. It looked like he overthrew Kane, but instead it ended up in the hands of Jewel Vaughn. Doesn't matter either way for the offense. It is 1st down. Montag looking up the right side. Vaughn unable to handle that one. 1st and 10 from the 39. Montag back to pass again. Kane underneath, wide open. I'm calling stuff before I do it. I need to not do that. I can't do live commentary and tell you guys what I'm going to do before I do it. That's not how commentary works. That's not how it works. I can't be doing that. 3rd down and 7. Duke Clark goes in motion. Montag back to pass again. Montag floating for the end zone. He's got Bryce Kane, and he overthrows him. Bryce Kane won off the line of scrimmage here. This was a surefire touchdown with a good throw. But we've talked about this before with John Montag. 4th down and 7. Montag back to pass again. Looking for somebody open. Going up the seam. He's got Duke Clark wide open, and that'll make up for it. Railriders in the end zone once again, and I'm not sure if this was blown coverage or if it was just a cover 2. Either way, the middle of the field was wide open. We go to the half with a score of 71. We head to the half with a score of 17-14. Ty Stamey, 4 catches and a touchdown in this one. Not a ton of yards, but who cares when you found the end zone. I think this game has been a lot more competitive than Frisco thought it might have been. I mean, after all the players that Texas State lost in the offseason and all the players they didn't bring back to replace them, this team is nowhere near as talented as it was a season ago. A couple big mistakes by the offense, though, and we have a score of 17-14. This was a beautiful ball here by Montag. Texas State starts the second half with the football. Here's a handoff to Barnes as he breaks off a tackler and picks up just a gain of a yard. Definitely need to do a better job at controlling the run game in the second half here if you're the Frisco, as Sparks back to pass. Now looking deep over the middle. That ball is caught for a huge 1st down, and Deshaun Yates is down with an injury. Jelani Watkins, that's one of the only big plays he's made in this one, but was it big? As we have Townsend into the game now at D tackle, and his first play in, he gets absolutely pancaked. He had no chance at that one. We'll see if he can redeem himself on this play here. It was only a gain of 2 for the Bobcats, but Townsend, oh my goodness, he's on the ground again. 3rd and inches after the 8-yard run by Sparks. He's making some changes at the line of scrimmage. It's a handoff to Barnes. No, it's a fake and a pass to the outside. That's gonna get just enough for the 1st down. Felt like they gave a generous spot to Sparks out there, but I'm not gonna argue it. They're up to the 37-yard line. Pass over the middle is overthrown. Can this defense step up one more time? Deshaun Yates back into the game now. Must not have been that serious of an injury. Here's a fake to Barnes and handing off. Now, why do I keep saying handing off? He's not handing off. He has the ball. 3rd and 10 from the 37. Sparks back to pass. Under pressure by Yates, and he's taken down in the backfield. Deshaun Yates says, nah, I'm not injured, coach. And that sack might have just knocked them out of field goal range, as they're going to kick from the 44-yard line, and Ward's punt not going to go very far, but Tapia not going to field it, and it's going to roll all the way to the 1-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 1. Spencer Strickland takes the handoff, and he goes right up the middle with it. Strickland picks up about 13. That'll give Frisco some room to work with. 1st and 10 from the 14. Nope, I can't talk. Here's a pass to LaFleur, and LaFleur picks up 8. 2nd down and 2. We'll see what Montag comes up with here, as Montag under pressure immediately, unable to get much on that throw. And that'll make it 3rd and 2. We got a 2 tight end set here. Looks like more of a jumbo package here for Frisco. It's going to be a handoff to Duke Clark, and he fights up the middle for a 1st down. That's a tough run by Duke Clark. I would like this Frisco offense to be a little bit more balanced. It's been a lot of passing today, not a lot of running, as here's another pass, and that's caught by Jewel Vaughn. It wasn't supposed to be. I think that was supposed to go to Corey Marsh. 2nd and 1 after yet another weird play. Handoff goes to Clark, and he's got room up the middle. That's one of his better runs of the day as he gets a first down up to the 45. Last week, Clark had 17 carries for over 80 yards. So far in this one, just 8 carries for 34 yards, and he might get less on this one. He loses 3. It appears that if we're gonna get it done today, we're gonna get it done through the air. Here's a pass to the outside, knocked away from John David LaFleur. 3rd and 13. Kane comes in motion now. Montag looking for somebody open. He's going over the middle. That's caught by Davenport. He picks up 11, makes it a manageable 4th and 2. And on 4th down, Kane comes in motion, and he's not going to get it. It's going to be a screen set up for Clark, and they fail to get it set up. Corey Marsh is injured. 4th down, failure by Frisco. Nothing good happened on that play. And I'm not sure how they weren't able to set that one up. It looked like it was going to be wide open, but Duke Clark just couldn't get out of the backfield. 1st and 10 now for Sparks. He hands off to Barnes once again. Nowhere to go. Good play by J.C. Dudley. 2nd down and 9 as Dudley in motion now. And Sparks going to throw it out to him quickly. I don't know why I said Dudley. That's Barnes in motion. Dudley plays for our team. 3rd down and 3. Chance for the defense to get off the field quickly here as Sparks hands off to Barnes again. Barnes nowhere to go. He picks up a yard, and he's wrapped up by Christian Romero. See if Tapia is able to catch the ball this time. He is. Not going to let this one go to the 1-yard line, and Ray Tapia with a pretty good return as he gets up to the 39. Feels like the offense has done a bit of running in place in this game as we have something good happen and then something bad happen. There's something good happening on this play, though, as Bryce Kane picks up the first down. That's his 5th catch. He's got 55. The formula for this offense has been simple. If you get the ball to your best players, they will make plays. There's a 2-yard run for Montag. And if we're being honest here, this Texas State offense has given Frisco a lot of these short plays. There's another one now for Kane as he's going to pick up a gain of 6 more. That'll make it 3rd and 2. Anytime you can get short 3rd down plays, you are happy. 3rd and 2. Handoff goes to Duke Clark. He's looking for the edge. He's got nowhere to go. He loses 5 yards. It's 4th and 7. I don't know if you guys can tell by how I called that last play, but this has been a really frustrating game to play. 4th and 7, offense stays out on the field as Montag back to pass once again, looking for somebody open. He's got nobody. It's a sack back at the 46-yard line. The Bobcats take over. Frustrating one to play. 1st and 10, Sparks back to pass. He's got all day to throw the football. He is just camping out in the pocket. He can do whatever he wants. Finally floats it downfield. It's knocked away. Good coverage, Railriders. 2nd and 10 after the first down play that lasted 2 minutes, as this is a fake handoff now to Barnes. Under pressure, Christian Romero gets to the quarterback. He gets it off, though. Post makes the interception. He's going back the other way with it up to the 46-yard line. Colt Sparks felt pressure from all over. Romero got back there. He was able to shake him off. Then Longo got back there, couldn't shake him off, and Cody Post was the beneficiary of a bad throw. Really need this offense to just figure it out, though, if you are Frisco. Here's a handoff to Clark once again. He tries to cut it up the middle. He finds a yard. Everyone is going to annoy the voice crack from the end of that last play. 2nd down and 9. Fake handoff to Clark this time. Going to go underneath to him, and Clark cuts up field. He picks up 7, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 17-14 is still your scores. It's been a stalemate in the 3rd quarter. Nobody was able to put any points on the board as both offenses look pitiful, but then they look great, but then they look pitiful, but then they look great. Who will be great in the 4th quarter? 3rd down and 2. Montag back to pass on this one. He's going to go underneath. That's caught by Spencer Strickland, and he goes upfield, gets a few blocks. I can't talk. He got some blocks from Bryce Kane. That's what I was trying to say. And Spencer Strickland now 6 catches in this one, as here's a fake to Duke Clark, and Montag all day to throw the football. He's going to go to the end zone with it. That one is caught by Bryce Kane. It's a gain of 18. And I'm not sure what possessed Montag to throw this ball here. This was a risky throw that just happened to work out for him as he put it between 3 defenders, and Kane made a nice grab. First and goal from the 2. Big opportunity here for Frisco. First down, handoff goes to Clark, and Clark up the middle untouched until about 3 seconds after he scores. That's got to be a late hit. Doesn't matter. Clark is dancing on him. And just like that, your Railriders have a 21-17 lead. But last time the offense was able to come through and take the lead, the defense immediately gave up points as here's a deep shot knocked away. Good coverage on the outside. You hate to see Bo Sparks running after a deep ball with the kind of speed that he has, but we were able to stick with him there and make the play. Speaking of Sparks, here's a catch over the middle for him as he picks up 7 before being taken down by J.C. Dudley. And on third down, it's a handoff to Barnes. Barnes has nowhere to go. He runs into Roland Kidd. 4th down and 3, and Ward's going to punt it off again. This is actually one of his better kicks. It went a little further than the rest of them, and Tapia taken down at the 42. There's a couple problems in this game, though. If we're going to close this out, we're going to have to run the football, and we haven't been able to do that all day, as Montag goes nowhere. This is one of those games where Frisco's run game is going to just have to be the quick pass game. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you have Bryce Kane on the outside. Kane jump cut to the inside, picks up a big gain up to the 32-yard line. And guys, after that last completion by John Montag, we now have the first 300-yard game in Frisco history. John Montag has 314 yards in this one, but he's not going to throw it on this play. It's a handoff for Duke Clark, and Clark has room. He picks up a first down and more, but there's a flag on the play, and none of that matters. And instead of a big first down run on 2nd and 10, we now just have 2nd and 20 as Montag rolling out to his left, looking for somebody open. He's just going to run it himself. Montag thought he was going to pick up a block there. Instead, he just picks up 10 on his own. 3rd down and 10. 2 tight ends set for Frisco. Bryce Kane comes in motion. Montag back to pass again. Rolling to his right. Doesn't like what he sees. Montag eventually tries to hit Kane, and he overthrows him. 3rd interception of the day for John Montag. Should have just thrown it away. Defense needs to bail us out one more time as Sparks back to pass on 1st down. There's a flag on the play, and this one's going to come back. 1st and 20 after the hold against the Bobcats. Big number 42, Colt Sparks back to pass once again. He's looking for somebody open. Eventually going to the outside. He throws it away. I believe he was under pressure. This offensive line has had a really tough time with this Railrider pass rush as Stamey comes in motion here. It's a handoff to Barnes going up the middle with it. Barnes able to pick up 5, but that still makes it a 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15, Sparks back to pass. He's looking for someone open. He's got nobody but Dallas Bradley right in his face. This Frisco offense needs to figure out how to run the ball if they're going to put this game away. 1st down carry is a gain of 3 for Sean Strickland. I keep saying Sean Strickland, it's Spencer Strickland. Sean Strickland is the UFC fighter as the 2nd down run goes for just a yard for Duke Clark. Trying to run down some clock by running the football, it's just not working. As here's a quick one underneath caught by John David LaFleur. He's got a 1st down for the Railriders. LaFleur's been pretty busy in this one, as there's just about 4 minutes left in this game. Here's another handoff for Duke Clark, and he's got nowhere to run. This might be the worst our run game has ever looked in the entire series, as Montag this time throwing over the middle, and that was a risky ball for Corey Marsh. Which feels like sometimes Montag has too much confidence in himself, which confidence is never a bad thing, but this time he wisely throws it away with pressure right in his face. With the offense stalling here in the 4th quarter, we'll see if the defense can keep on keeping on as they, I forgot to commentate for that play. Gain of 2 for Lance Barnes. Hand off to Barnes once again. No, it's a fake, and Sparks keeps himself. He only picks up a yard. It has been a defense-heavy game in this one as it's 3rd down and 7. Sparks back to pass again. He's taken down in the backfield. Fumble, and it's 4th and 19. Texas State is going to have to punt from their own 1-yard line. We have never gotten pressure like this ever before. Ward kicking from his end zone. Not going to go very far with it. Tapia fields at the 39, and Ray Tapia up to the 32. First and 10 from the 32. Montag keeping himself on first down, and John Montag has one of his only positive runs for the entire day. Second and 3 now. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this game, and Duke Clark has nowhere to go once again. Third down and 6. Frisco looking for a first down to keep the drive alive. Montag under pressure. He's got nowhere to go with the football. I'm going to break the fourth wall once again. This has been a frustrating game to play, guys. I really can't lie to you, as this kick is up, and that'll make it 24-17. 24-17 is your score, and not a lot of time came off the clock there. Bobcats still have a timeout in this one as Sparks under pressure once again, loses 7 yards. It's the true freshman Kenya Longo this time. We'll see what Longo is able to do off the edge here. He goes right around the tackle, and Sparks had no chance to get away from him. Second and 17 now. Sparks back to pass again, looking over the middle. That's caught by Bo. Sparks picks up those 7 yards right back. And on third and 10, Sparks back to pass again. He's under pressure again. 4th and 18. This is what the game has come down to. Hustling back up to the line is the Bobcats. And we'll see what Sparks comes up with here. He's back to pass. And he's under pressure, taken down by Christian Romero. Just unbelievable pressure by this Railrider defense, as Romero was back there, Yates was back there, and Frisco will take over with 52 seconds remaining. And Bobcats, they only have 1 timeout left in this one. They're going to call it right there. No timeouts left for Texas State. It is only a matter of time before this game is over. Duke Clark trying to find the end zone one more time. Clark is actually having a terrible day running the football. 17 carries for just 30 yards. Third and goal here. They're going to give it to Clark again. Give him another opportunity for 6, and he doesn't get in there. And that would be your final play of the game here in Frisco. We have started the season 2-0 as we've taken down SMU. We've taken down Texas State, and Coach Nicky Price is looking to lead this team to a bowl game here in season number 2. Bryce Kane, 8 more catches in this one, 107 more yards, and a touchdown. It wasn't a pretty game by any means. The offense had 2 turnovers on the day. It actually might have been 3 now that I think about it. John Montag threw the first 3 interceptions of his young career, and running the football, well, we just couldn't do it. Luckily, though, we have Bryce Kane to throw the football to. 107 more yards and a touchdown. John David LaFleur caught 5 passes for 56. The only person that wasn't very good in this one was Corey Marsh, as last week he caught 8 passes for 56 yards, and in this game, 2 catches, 3 yards. The real story of the day, though, has to be the defense, as we picked up 2.5, 4, 5.5, 6.5. Okay, that math doesn't make sense. We also had a ton of pressures. It led to an interception by Cody Post. And of course, there was that huge forced fumble by Christian Romero, which sealed the game in this one. And for a quick update on recruiting, I have it set to where we're just going hard to get 8 3-stars and 1 4-star here. The 4-star, of course, is a long shot. Kentucky is all over him. But when it comes to our recruits, I'm just looking for some corners that have a decent bit of speed. We've got Joseph Spencer here with 89. Then we got a free safety with 86. Not that fast, but okay for a safety. Then Garrison, he's the 4-star. He's going to have good speed. JP Sills, I haven't even looked. I probably should, because, yeah, that's really all we're looking for on the defense is speed. But guys, that's going to do it for your Frisco Railriders in this one. We have started the season 2-0, but next time we'll have a rematch against TCU in the DFW Bowl, the battle for DFW, the DFW Cup, currently being held by TCU. We're going to be looking to take that back in the next one.